A lot of you guys are probably doing 500k ARR or couple millions ARR, or maybe you have sold your business. The reason for this video is just basically talk about a very interesting entrepreneur that I just finished reading a book about, and I think everyone should hear this. It's not all about making money. Life, business is about treating people right, and I hope you learn one or two things from this video and implement it into your company and your lifestyle. Treating people right is very important. It's not all about the ching 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 ching. It's good to treat people the way you want to be treated. So I just read the book Les Schwab, Pride in Performance, Keep It Going. And I wrote down some takeaway and thought I might as well share it to you guys, because most people who are watching this video or who are still watching this video right now are people who are building real businesses. So Les Schwab was a legendary founder. He founded the Tire Center, which is a chain of shops known not just for service, but for treating customers amazingly with radical employee care. His book, Pride and Performance, is a half mentor, half business manual and a masterclass of old school, high integrity entrepreneur. I have a community of successful people who are building real business. One of the core of this community is having good morals and having the correct moral compass. In this life of entrepreneurship, it's not all about just making money. I would lie to you if I told you I don't care about money, because I do. And you probably do care about money. And I want to be successful, and I like nice stuff. I have an expensive taste. However, I still think you should be a good human being. I'm a Christian, and I believe it is not my will, but yeah, it's my will, but also my mandate, to treat people like I want to be treated and to show love to everyone. So Les Schwab's, I can't pronounce his name properly, Les Schwab, I think that's how you pronounce his name. His main core philosophy was, if you take care of your people, they'll take care of your customer. That's it. Simple but powerful. He believes in building businesses where employees were treated like partners. Where he believes if he makes money, his employees should make money. If the employees are working really hard, they should gain equity into the company. And no one should be underpaid or undertreated. Everyone should be treated like a CEO or a partner. So here are some of his key principles. Profit sharing isn't a bonus, it's a standard. Schwab gave a large percentage of his profit back to his employees. Some store manager made more than the company's executive because they earned it. It is similar to the whole Costco model of, if you're in the company for long enough, you would get a massive lump sum. A lot of people who have a 9 to 5 or big organization that isn't in finance, they don't get profit share. They don't even get any bonuses. Here's a quote from Schwab. The more you give, the more you get. If you're doing it for the right reason. He believes that when employees feel ownership, they act like owners. And I truly agree. Me currently in my business, and me in my previous jobs, when they gave me responsibility or ownership of a project, I felt more determined to succeed at this project and put my 100% into it. Why? Because it's like my little baby. I know that anything good that comes out of this project is all on me. Anything bad that comes out of this project is all my responsibility. I think it's very important for founders to make sure that let your employees know that this is your project, this is your own little section that you can take full control of. It may not be the whole company's finances or the whole marketing angle for 2025, but it may be a little sector of a specific department, and let the employee know that this is yours. I'm giving you the reins, do whatever you want. But best believe, if you do a good job, you will be highly rewarded. And if you do a bad job, you have to take the responsibility of failure. For every action, there's a reaction. So if you do bad, there's a reaction. If you do good, there's a reaction as well. So the second principle is hire for character, train for skill. Les would rather hire a good farm kid with work ethic than someone with a resume full of fancy title. He could teach tires, he couldn't teach heart. One of his quote was, "I was looking for honesty, work ethic, and the ability to care. Everything else we could build." In every company I've worked for, I've realized you can teach anyone anything. You can't teach heart, you can't teach grit, you can't teach passion. But you can teach people simple skills of building a financial model, simple skills of analyzing the business, simple skills of, I don't know, designing or CAD or structural engineering or maths equation. You can teach people these skills, but you can't teach people moral compass. There's a little bit of nurture, nature, but these are skills and these are personality and these are traits and mannerism that you can't teach. So maybe when you're hiring people, don't go for, oh, someone who has an MBA or someone who went to the best university, the top 1% university. Look for people who you can see that they have passion for the job, or you can see they have grit, they're relentless, or they're determined, or they have good moral compass. These are stuff you really need to look into. And I'm taking this into consideration when I'm hiring for my company. If I haven't said it enough, I have a company called Wellington. It's a very tight vetted community with people who have done it before, who are successful, and who are currently building $1 million. And the whole emphasis is that you can learn these type of principles for people in the community, because we're like family. We're here to help one another. So if you want to apply for Wellington, click the link in the description. It's a very tight community. You're probably not going to get into it, but you never know. If our morals align, if you're still watching this video, you probably have good morals and the chance of you being accepted into this community. The third principle, speed and service win market. Les Schwab stores were famous for literally running to your car when you pulled up. No other tire shop did this. His quote was, "People may forget what you say, but they'll never forget how fast you show to help them." It is so important. Any type of customer you have, help them with as much speed and excitement as possible. His obsession with quick over-the-top service became part of his company culture. It was amazing. People realized that customers first, which is, everyone knows that, it's so cliche, but it's not just customers first, it's how to help any customer as fast as possible. And this will make your employees have more of a greater heart to give and to help other people. You're not helping other people because you have to. You're helping other people because everyone else in the company is helping other people. Even if it's nothing related to a company or nothing that you can actually monetize from your business. But it's so important to help other people, especially if you see them. Something you want to build into your company culture is that even if you have a SaaS business and you have clients complaining, it's very, very, very important to help customers. I hate it when you have a product or you're going through a service and it's so easy to sign up and show your credit card, but it's so hard to get customer complaint. Like, people don't want to respond to you, people take time. No, you want your business to be so efficient at helping customers. At the end of the day, you need these customers. So this is another principle you should all implement into your business. The fourth principle is frugality and decency go hand in hand. He built a multi-billion-dollar company but refused unnecessary spending. He refused that type of lifestyle. He drove a used car long after he could afford 20 new ones. He quoted, "Every dollar wasted is a dollar not going to the team that earns it." This is someone who just loved his employees. He probably didn't even think of them as employees, he thought of them as co-workers. That's how you should think of your people. People aren't just your employees, they're your little people that work for you. That's not how it should be like. It should be, you guys are going to war together. These are more or less your family, because you're spending so much. I always say this to people, when you spend so much time in work, you need to make sure you go to a company that has a good company culture. Or if you're building a business, because this is for entrepreneurs, this video, you need to create an environment where people are happy to be there all the time. And people will work harder. I'm telling you, I've seen people who spent crazy amount of overtime, not claiming it because they love the environment of the company. They love the people they work with. I'm not saying everyone has to be best friends, no. But there has to be a company culture, a company environment, energy that is welcoming, energy that is not hostile, energy that people don't mind sweating together and putting the work together. Yes, especially startups and most businesses is a very, very tense, high, fast pressure environment. However, you can still have different ways of making people wanting to work there and not quit. You shouldn't have a high turnover. Guys, you should treat your employees well. Please don't just treat them like these people that work for you to make you money. No, you should have a heart to. At the end of the day, these are other human beings. You were probably once an employee, or you were once in an organization, even if it was a university where you weren't the top dog, and you probably know how it feels like to not be loved and to not feel like valued and just feel like a number. Try your best to make your employees, your co-workers. It's very important. The fifth principle is decentralized decision making. Each store manager had full autonomy over hiring, customer service, local deals, etc. His quote was, "People will rise to the level of trust you place in them." This gave frontline employees dignity and drove innovation without waiting on corporate. It is so, so important. If you're lucky enough to have different location of your businesses, if it's a physical store or even just like area managers, or I don't know how you separate it, depending on what business you have. But whoever you hire as managers or executives or project managers, let them have full autonomy. Show them that you trust them, that you didn't just hire a random person. You hire them because you believe that they can do this. And even if they do make some mistakes, you can watch them make some mistakes. Obviously, you're not going to let them ruin your entire business because this is your baby. However, let them know that you back them. And trust me, the minute they realize that you as a founder truly back them and invest in them, they wouldn't want to disappoint you. All the managers I've worked for that I tried my hardest was managers I realized I had so much faith in me. I just didn't want to disappoint them. I just did it. They're just nice people. They're just reasonable people. And this is how your organization should be like. So what was the result of his principle? So you know I'm not just waffling. Les Schwab grew from one store in rural Oregon to 400 plus stores across the West. He became a billion-dollar company with zero debt. Imagine ages ago, you're building a billion-dollar company with zero debt, zero venture capital, and zero compromise on value. And he built a brand so trusted, people drove past 10 competitors just to buy tires for him. So even a boring business like selling tires, he made into a billion-dollar company. You right here, you may not have a unicorn. Yes, I'm speaking to you. You may not have a unicorn. Les did it the right way. So you can still build a unicorn but have good morals. You can still build a unicorn and be a good leader and be an actual emotional human being, not be a robot. Have emotions and have feelings and care for people and treat people right. Well, I don't know why people think that, oh, because everyone says that Steve Jobs was so relentless and Steve Jobs was so rude and he was so cutthroat. No, you don't need to do that. Not everyone has to do that, I'm telling you. Les built a billion-dollar company with no VC capital, no debt. I did it from a boring business. So you can do that. Treat people right. That's all I'm trying to say. Treat people with respect. Don't be them founders that no one want to work with. You don't want to be like that. You just want to treat people like how you would like to be treated. Why does this matter? So in the era of AI agents, mass layoff, and tech arrogance, Les model is timeless. Be in the people business no matter what you sell. Care for people. Build company culture. Build leadership service. Want a business that will never die. And have a company where your employee just doesn't want to leave you. This is so important. It is very important. Another tangent note is You can also be a good dad, a good husband, a good role model, and be a successful businessman. You don't always have to be, oh, I want to be $1 billion founder, but you abandon your kids. You're not a good husband. You're rude to people. People don't really like you. You don't want to be like that. Your family members don't even respect you. You can find a way, guys. Yes, this life of entrepreneurship is extremely hard, but you can still be a good person. YouTube is very good at suggesting videos. If you guys are still watching these videos, it means one of these other videos are good for you. Another side note, in my community, Wellington, it's only curated with people who have good morals. I only want people around me that have good morals because I have good morals. I'm not one of them evil, robotic people. No, that's not how I am. That's not my business model. So if you want to be around people who have good morals, who aren't just cutthroat for no reason, unhumane, click the link in the description and there's a chance you may be accepted into my community.